I like playlists, yeah. Okay. First, as you have known, probably you heard from news, it just happened last Thursday. The Dubai authority announced the bankrupt. They're not going to be able to pay the debt they owe to the international investors. So it caused the international crisis, as we learned in the other hour, financial crisis. And of course, another hour we learned financial panic. What is financial crisis? Because what is financial crisis? Financial institutions, financial markets collapse. So it's financial crisis. Panicking, the same. People run for their money, run to sell their financial products to get their cash back. And that's financial panic. And if you really observe the financial market as I do, normally, then you should have noticed that since Thursday they announced from Dubai authority that the markets in the world all fell sharply. But it gradually rebounded, and our X and Y. First, I would like to distribute 2 articles for you to read, and by team. And you read by team, and then I will ask you several questions later on after a few minutes. If you have any question, I'll go around, you can ask me. But after 10 minutes time, and I will start asking questions by teams. You have to answer it properly. Okay? And these 2 articles I carefully adopted from the journals. I believe they are closely related to what we have studied so far this term of the course. So you should be able to understand, and you should have to understand because you are learning from this course. Okay? And these 2 courses, can anyone help me to dispute this one article? One article, the first article with 2 pages. Yeah? Can you help out? So I need black camera. Okay? By team. I think I printed around 50 pages. If not enough, you can 2 people share 1 page and read it together by teams and discuss it quickly. I'll go around and you can ask me some terms if you don't understand. Okay? Take up today. So you look at the camera all the time. You're coughing, then you shouldn't appear in the class. They will think that actually anyone here in Taiwan. Okay, anyone get a copy of the articles? Let's spell 1, okay? Then Ernie, get 1 copy. Eric as well. Anyone haven't had it? There are spell ones, so you can come over to pick it up. There should be 2 pages. No, let's do it later. Do it later. Yeah, it's supposed to be very short. 2 pages, but very large words, so easy to be understood. So don't look at me. Read the article first. Yeah, try, monsieur, s'il vous plaît. By team, yeah, read first. I will ask you questions about it. The first question I'm going to ask you is that anyone can brief the contents of the article first, and then we'll further to ask you some question more professional in financial markets. So the first team who can explain briefly, and then you get credits first. No question?
Don't read, everyone read all the paper, all the article sheets. Do it by team, yeah? Do it by team, one paragraph, one or two person in charge of one paragraph, and the other person one paragraph, and then discuss it together. That's so-called teamwork. That's so-called teamwork. Yeah? Otherwise, you never finish it. So you split up the work by teams, yeah? By your team member, with your team, share the work with your team members.
How about you? You're not in trouble? Any rules? Any rules you don't understand? So you have to discuss with your teammates, yeah? Yeah? Okay, good. If you have all understood, or to some extent understand the article, then raise your hands, tell us the meaning of the text. We have not seen, it been a while. I know, it's not sad. But you were not here long earlier. But anyway, how's it? You? Okay, good. So if you can express to me, how was it is? Can you try? Cindy, since you can understand it well now, try. Okay, come on. Get a credit for your team. The Dubai, yeah. The Dubai cannot pay back the money to America. Even the Dubai cannot pay back the money to the investors, right? Yeah? And why? How? What happened? And what happened if they don't return? What is the reaction from the financial markets to the Dubai's default? Do you understand default? We learned default, right? It's a professional term. You have a good start. I'll give one credit to your team. Team one. Get one credit. Yeah. Cindy, get it. Good start of the explaining the meaning of the article. And what else it provides from the article? What else information Can anyone try? How about Daniel? How much you understood about the article?
What I understand that on the financial markets at Dubai Financial Center, because
Yes.
this crisis is following like the economic crisis brought by the collapse of the real estate sector in Dubai.
It tried to be the tourist and spend lots of money on building luxurious hotels, resorts in the desert. They try to be a holiday resort. They even build up ski resort here in desert. Also, of course, casino, whatever, for leisure, for holiday. And they borrow a lot of money from foreign country, investors from foreign country. And then, what else, Daniel, you can tell us? You did a good explanation deeper.
Well, the article is also saying that as a result
of
the collapse on the financial market in Dubai,
after the collapse of financial market in Dubai,
yeah, it had an influence on the European stock markets, which also fell down sharply.
Yeah, that's after Dubai announced the default. They cannot pay back their bonds they issued. So the Dubai financial market fell. That's financial crisis panic, as we learned. And then all over the world market fell. As I say, European markets fell sharply after the news released. And then, good.
Other information is that one of the significant bond holders in the Dubai financial market was an American company. It is like a New York-based company.
Yes, good. Just like Cindy pointed out, I think you should say it more clear. I mean, Cindy is one of the most important, one of the largest purchaser of the Dubai bond is based in New York, American investors. And what happened?
Yeah, and that company is called QVT Financial LP.
Yeah, the name of the company based in New York who purchased lots of these bonds issued by Dubai authority. And then
that company bought some bonds, the asset, and it is about 8 billion.
8 billion, yeah.
Asset. So
significant amount. And then?
Yeah, and so this, the financial crisis in Dubai resulted in a very investor fear over the recovery of the investment. So, and this created, as we said, a panic in the financial markets.
Okay.
Because people are not sure whether they can recover their investment, and they're afraid of losing money.
Okay, that's good. Because now it's approaching the end of 2009, and start from the mid 2008, the stock market or financial market overall in the world will fail sharply because the subprime mortgage crisis occurred in the United States. And then the central governments around the world hand in hand together to support the financial markets and use the unconventional measures somehow to have the financial market stabilized and the economy slowly recovered for nearly a year, slowly. As I said, as you can see, and also I mentioned in earlier time, of course, the financial market has rebounded significantly since March of this year. But this time, Dubai